Yep, we're good.
All right, good morning, everybody. We'll call this meeting to order, get it started. Lisa wants to be quiet.
Oh, really?
Can't hear me. You can hear me. Oh, you can't hear me because Castor's talking. Okay. Travis, thank you.
The air's on. That's why they can't hear.
All right, first thing on the agenda is the minutes July 15th meeting. I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make
You did that. I couldn't hear you.
I'll second the agenda.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Minutes July 15th board meeting.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Public hearing for final plat for Ewing subdivision.
I'll move to open the public hearing.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any written or verbal comments? Any verbal? Motion to close the hearing.
I'll move to close the hearing.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Resolution 52-2025, approval of Ewing subdivision.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Public hearing on real property purchase 123 East 3rd Street. Motion to open the hearing.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Written or verbal comments? Turn the air down so you guys can hear a little better. Any written comments? Any verbal comments? Motion to close.
I'll make a motion to close.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Resolution 53-2025, approval of real property purchase.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
2526 Wapello County, City of Ottumwa Law Enforcement Center maintenance budget.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
2025 contribution to Food Bank of Iowa. This is a yearly contribution we do for the boxes they deliver food in.
3,000. No,
This is the
This is the 20,
25.
20,000.
20.
it's the same as last year.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
2025 contribution to Iowa Legal Aid. It's also a contribution we do yearly.
This is $3,000.
Yes. It's the same as last year. I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Request for Iowa DOT contract approval, project 90, county 90, 113.
Yes, this is just a maintenance project that we let through the DOT for a major paving or major paved roads. We rotate through a portion of them each year. I went through the DOT letting process, and that's how we came up with the proposed contract. I would ask that the action be taken that you authorize the county engineer to sign contract documents on behalf of the county with their new electronic format, or relatively new. That's the way that the administration of the contract is done.
Yeah, I see the form here that you printed off for it. So.
Yeah, but if you look closely, there's no place to sign.
No. Nope, it's all electronic. Everything's going electronic. So. Any other questions for Brad?
So in the motion, you want us to say approve the contract and your signature.
And authorize the county engineer to sign contract documents on the behalf of the county. So that would authorize me to do all the administration.
I'll make that motion as Brad stated.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Request from Conservation Board to purchase 17-acre addition to Garrison Rock Wildlife Area for $71,859. This is all being purchased with a grant. The total contribution, correct? We just We just have to front the money, and then the money will come. Bunch of organizations paying it back. Thank you.
And can we also comment on this, that the idea here is that this is land that's kind of a long, narrow strip between the road and the existing property that we already own. So it allows us to have better control of that area and a little better access to the land in the future.
I'm gonna make a motion to approve.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Contract with River Hills Community Health Center. This is the jail contract, I believe, for inmate care.
I'll make a motion.
You know, second. I think this is the same as last year, isn't it? As far as
It's not been approved for a second.
Yeah, this hasn't been approved since 2012 or 2014, but it hasn't changed much.
yeah, okay. I did second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Authorized participation in Purdue opioid direct settlement. Well, that's just more. Correct. Other supervisors meeting last night said the same thing. It's just more money coming in. So.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Levy rates for taxes payable July 1, 25 to June 30, 26.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Tim, I seen you already seen what's coming. So EMSAC at large position appointments. These are the two positions they requested that we add to the list.
So a little late in getting it done. We did have our first emergency medical services advisory council meeting about 3 weeks ago, reserving 2 spots for the at-large position. And your intent for that was to have 2 people from our community that weren't actively involved in healthcare or any sector of it, that would give us the consumer view or the average taxpayer, so to speak, view. And I think we kind of wanted to have a guy and a gal. And so, as luck would have it, we had just a perfect response. We had 3 applicants. 2 of them fit that bill. They're with us today. The third was a member of the EMS community and a practicing paramedic. Well, we already have that filled. That was a quality individual, but not exactly what we were looking for. So my recommendation to you is to appoint Tom Maher and Jean Dell, which is behind me today. Many of you know them. They're very active members of our community, very invested. Both retired professionals, but busier in retirement than they probably were working. That's how that goes right here. And I know them both personally, and I think they'd be a great addition to our advisory council. And I'll bring them up to speed. I've already given them their light reading from the last meeting, and so just asking for their appointment.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I know Gene can't stay off the boards.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Personnel request. Request for payroll approval of new hire of a dispatcher.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Request payroll approval of new hire of food service.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Request for payroll approval of new hire correctional officer.
And I'll second.
Request for payroll approval of new hire correctional officer.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'll second.
Got a lot of people leaving, coming and going to the jail. Request for payroll approval of new hire part-time correctional officer.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'll second.
Any other business?
Miranda, can you give us an update on the meeting last night?
We did have our public hearing with the zoning commission last night. There was 3 members that were present at the meeting. We did have about 30 to 40 people from the public that came and spoke, along with one of our state representatives was there as well. The commission, they kind of struggled a little bit with their motion, but they did approve a motion to recommend approval for to come before the supervisors. They did have some concerns still with the setbacks and the decommissioning that they would like you as the supervisors to look at a little deeper. So I was pleased on the amount of people that did show up to the meeting last night, and I hope that they continue to show up, you know, as this moves forward to the Board of Supervisors.
Then I'll go ahead with workforce.
Yep.
Okay.
Iowa Workforce.
We had a meeting with the Iowa Workforce 14 counties last Thursday, and at that meeting they discussed several things. I presented to them potential for Wapello County to take some leadership in that activity. That was certainly considered, but in the end, the vote was to merge with the Mississippi Valley region, and that's just a vote to keep investigating that. Nothing is final at this point. If that happens, there would be 4 districts within the state of Iowa, and it would put us in a position where we'd have a little more strength as a district. The only thing that we would give up is local control, but we're already at 14. I guess doesn't make a whole lot of difference to add the other counties, which I think was a total of 22 altogether. Then 22 counties of the state of Iowa. So that process is going to be continuing. Eventually, if the merger goes through, then they would come back to us with a 28E agreement, and we would have to approve it as a board of supervisors for our part. So that's not happened yet, but it could happen pretty quick. I think we're wanting to have this wrapped up by October 1st. And if that merger doesn't happen for some reason, it could go back to the state could control it, or we could still consider the idea of Wapello County taking some lead. So that's where it's at. I should be okay with any questions.
Crickets.
Brian, what are you hearing from like the other counties that are in the region right now as to why they want to go ahead with the merger?
I think there's and several of them have been with the board longer than I have, so I think over the years they've kind of seen the handwriting on the wall that the merger was almost inevitable, and it seems like both the federal government and the state government are leaning that way. The federal money that came to us as a 14-county region was reduced for this new year, and that puts more pressure on the ability to do the administration part of the project. So as far as some of the function of what would happen or what would happen in the future, it'd be similar to what is happening now. Indian Hills would still be a partner in it to provide the service, and then the second community college. So there'd be 2 community colleges in our area combined with the 3 others in the Mississippi region that would be still involved. So that part stays the same, although the funding is less. So several things, we're working against the concept of keeping it as it is. Yeah.
You know, I know you mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, or at the last meeting. You said that you thought there were some efficiencies with this, even though you're actually expanding a mental health, or a workforce development region. But if you're adding more counties, how is that more efficient?
Well, the advantage is the administration is divided over more dollars and more employees, so it's just one administrative unit instead of 2. So I do think you gain efficiency in that situation.
Anything else? Gene? Excuse me. It was run through Indian Hills before.
Yeah, and they could potentially be retained as employees. Yes, I mean they're employed now, so that should roll over, that those employees should be still doing their functions.
but it's a merger, so things could change too.
Do you think this is kind of,
You're probably got to come to the speaker. Mergers high on the list for the state, I believe so. Board of Health.
is this just kind of a
County health.
continuing pattern, do you feel like, of the state and
Yes.
bringing things together for one reason or another?
One thing after another, yeah.
Yeah.
County health be next, mental health.
And there's sometimes we're going to fight it. There's sometimes we're going to probably have to go with it.
I read in an article, I think it was October 1st, if these mergers were going to go through, that was going to be the date that those mergers were going to take effect. Are they going to do it anyway, whether or not you get 100% buy-in or not? Is that the feeling you have, Brian? Or if they're going to do it, you just kind of have to go through the whole process, 2080, all of it, even though you almost feel like they're going to do it anyway?
I think there's that feeling, but on the other hand, of the counties that we're a part of, the 14 counties, I think there was some consensus that it's probably time to do the merger. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to change that attitude. And the other 14 counties, are smaller than us, and they don't have as much stake in the deal as we do, and that happens.
Mm-hmm. So what's Indian Hills' role going to be in this when it goes as you move forward?
Well, the idea is that they would continue to have the office at their location where it is now, and those employees would be there like they are now. So that part should stay almost the same, but can't guarantee anything at this point.
But you said there'd be other community colleges involved too within the wider region.
Right, because in our region there's 2 community colleges involved. In the Mississippi Valley, there's 3, so that would be a combination of 5 community colleges that they'd be contracting with to provide the service.
Okay. And can you kind of just explain, just for the general public, the role of Iowa Workforce Development?
Yes, they're primarily involved in helping people that need the help to do career planning, career choosing, helping them get directed into educational opportunities that they might be able to pursue. And they're especially useful when there's a plant closing or a layoff, and they work with those dislocated workers to help them get training or find new jobs in the community. Yep.
One more question. When you guys had your meeting with the other counties, initially, was anybody kind of squeamish about this or, anything like that, or were they fully kind of on board from the beginning?
I think everybody was opposed to it, but understood there was no potential to probably do much different. So, yeah. Thank you.
All right. Nothing further. We'll do a motion.
Brad, have you posted that utility job operator yet? I see there's 2 jobs posted on the website for an operator 2/truck driver and a road grader. But so it hasn't been posted yet? Okay, so are we hiring an operator 2 or are we hiring well, the ones I'm only asking because the ones advertised right now until August 5th is an operator 3 road grader, which I believe that's operator 2, and the operator 2 truck driver, but we don't have a truck available yet. I'm only asking because I've had several people ask me about those positions.
Basically, it's general labor till you figure out where they're going to go. So
And so does the road grader that's open, is that road grader been sitting for 3 weeks since we filled that position? There's been somebody running that road grader? Okay. That's all I have.
all right. I see Jared Hirschberger.
I've made it today, so it's good to see you guys all. Good morning. I just wanted to remind everyone that the Q3 of our grants are open for this. Just opened up, so if you guys know of anybody else, please feel free to direct them to dustyfoxwin.com. I think I mentioned this, but I'll just mention it just in case we did. The previous one went to rural, the Wapello Rural Fire Department. I think they're going to use it for some hoses. And I'll kind of piggyback off Miranda. The ordinance passed the P&Z last night. I want to thank Miranda and everybody involved, the MSA and the board, for all their hard work that they put into it. I think we reached a good compromise. So it was good to see it get moved on to you guys. And, we'll be showing up at your future hearings to, answer any questions you guys have. I think that's it for me. You guys have any questions for us?
I was told there was good support last night.
There was. It was. I think everyone that spoke in favor of it, and that was of the 30, and I think it was probably up over, maybe a little over 30 even that were there. So it was a good crowd.
Last thing before we call for adjournment is anybody interested in county farm ground rental? It is open till August 26th, I believe. Oh, that's why you copied me out of my back. I see. July 1st, 24, 20, June 30, 25 sheriff's report.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
And fourth quarter sheriff report.
And I'll second.
Nothing else?
Could I remind people Tim, the next meeting is August 4th for the EMS council. So what time is that? 6 o'clock. So, yep. I'm okay. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.